Hi Groovers, Chris from MTB Tips. In this video I'm going to show you how to ride ruts. Got a nice rut here. If you met this rut out in the bush you'd probably ride straight past it because it's on a wide road, but it's a nice narrow rut. It's a good example for me to show you the 5 steps that you need to be able to get through to the end of the rut. Number 1 is relax. As you're entering the rut, tell yourself to relax. It's the hardest thing to do on a mountain bike, but relaxing really is the key to getting through ruts. The way to do that, for me, I think thumbs. As I'm entering the rut, I think thumbs and release my thumbs, release the tension in my thumbs a little bit, just so that I'm loosening up on the handlebar. Number 2 is look ahead. It's the golden rule of mountain biking. Look ahead exactly to where you want to go, not at what you want to miss. Sure, you'll be going through the rut and there might be a rock on the left or a stick coming in on the right. Look at them for a brief moment if you have to, but get your eyes back on the trail and look exactly where you want your wheels to go and your bike will follow. Number 3 is crank it. Keep your cranks level as you're entering the rut if you can, but get ready to pedal. Get ready to throw in a couple of pedals here and there if you need to keep up your speed, or to shift your pedals out of the way to clear obstacles on the sides of the rut as you're going through. Number 4 is shift rearward. Shift your weight slightly rearward. If it's a downhill rut you'll need to shift even further rearward, but shifting rearward has 2 major positives. The first one is that it takes a little bit of weight off your front wheel and allows your front wheel to roll over obstacles more easily. The second one is combined with a looser grip on the handlebar, it allows your front wheel to conform a little bit more to the shape of the rut. Particularly if you've got a super narrow rut, when you're a bit looser up the front and you're handing a little bit of steering control over to the rut, the rut can help you steer through the curves and the shapes of the rut. So as your wheel comes through, it might bump the sides of the rut and help you steer through. If you're really rigid on the handlebar, then you're probably less likely to let that happen. Whereas if you're a little bit relaxed and flowing on the bike, if your front tyre bumps the sides of the rut, then that's fine. You can more or less sort of go with it and help the shape of the rut steer you through it. Number 5 is float and wiggle. So that's all about floating over the bike and letting the bike float under you, or wiggle as well. So wiggle over the bike. Be prepared as you enter the rut to start wiggling over the bike to keep your balance. Move your hips, move your knees if you have to, your elbows, your shoulders, your head, to keep that balance over the bike, and let the bike wiggle under you. That's how you'll get through the rut. Now if you only remember 2 things from this, remember thumbs and remember wiggle. As you're entering the rut, think in your head, okay, thumbs, loosen my thumbs slightly to loosen up my grip, and wiggle. Be prepared to start moving, wiggling as I call it, over the bike to keep your balance over the bike and let it wiggle under you. Anyway, let's put those 5 steps to the test and I'll go and show you how to ride ruts. So there you have it. With a little bit of practice, you'll be going through the ruts, no problem at all. Now, there's a bigger rut over there. Let's go over and check it out, and I'll show you that no matter the size of the rut, the same rules apply. Let's go do it. Okay, so we're over at this bigger, tastier rut here. I'll just give you a quick walkthrough and we'll check out what it's like. As you can see, there are a couple of turns in it here. It's fairly rough in some spots. A few logs and sticks here and there. A couple of nice little corners as you come up here. A bit rough, and then there's some chunks of concrete there to bounce down through as well. Let's put the camera in place, jump on the bike and check it out. That was awesome fun. As you can see, you really need to loosen up on the bike to get to the end of the rut. Think thumbs as you enter the rut and think wiggle. Allow yourself to move over the bike, be prepared to wiggle and move about, turn your knees into the corners and flow through the rut. Now, I hope this has helped. I hope it's helped you get through ruts a lot easier. If you want to check out the full story plus a couple of super tips, go to the site mtbtips.com. I'm Chris, enjoy the ride.